Hello and welcome to Gabbitt Media. I'm Grant Abbott and today we're working on the low poly anime female character. Today's session will be looking at colouring in. Now this is all part of a series, so make sure you've checked out the playlist in the description. There's also lots of playlists with free courses on my channel. If you like what I do, then I've got a paid for character course which is very detailed with a sculpting workflow, going from nothing to a detailed character that moves around in a game engine. And that's all from a beginner's perspective. Okay, so here's where we got up to last time. Now you might want to bring back your reference images or have them off to the side so you can pick colours from there. Also, you may want it in the background if you're to change any of the topology at all. It's a good idea whilst you're going through adding colour to adapt the topology accordingly, and you can adapt your clothing and so forth. So let's start with the eyes first, because they're probably the most complicated section. And we've cut out the faces ready for texturing. Now for this, you don't have to be in the shading workspace. I'm going to go there because I think it will be easier to explain. And I'm going to make two windows. So I'm going to join these together by moving over the middle of them. When my cursor changes, right click, join areas, and I'm going to make this one the 3D viewport. I'm going to bring these out, right click here, join areas, and make this one the shader editor. I'll press N to get rid of that tool panel, and I can bring this right across to there and zoom into my character. You'll need to be in edit mode for this to work. And for this, I'm actually going to remove the background images and just go a bit freehand so you can see what's going on a bit easier. With the background, I'm just going to click on this button here and change the world opacity to 0. So again, we can see all the colors nice and clearly. I am in material preview mode, and that should be the default when you go into the shading workspace. Incidentally, I have got my shortcut keys down this side now, so they don't get in the way by these things. So we'll need to go to the material properties here, and we've got no material, hence why we're not seeing any material in the shader editor. I'll come across to the middle here, and you can click a new material here, and it's the same over here. So I'll click new, and we've created a simple principled BSDF, which we can work with. Now generally speaking, I like to have the roughness really high, especially when I start to add the materials, because then I can see their true colour rather than influenced by any reflections and lights. You can always change this a little bit later. Okay, so let's move in on the eye. So I want my pupil to be completely black. So I'll press C to circle select and click in the middle. Oh, I must be in face mode, so 3 to face mode, C to circle select and click in the middle there. And I've got them all selected. Right click to come out of circle select. And I need to assign a black material to this. Now at the moment, the whole shape has one white material. So we need a black material for the pupil. For this, you can either come to here with the plus sign and add a material slot. And you'll notice it changes here to slot 2. And there's no material as yet, so we need a new material in there. And I'll call this pupil. I'll change it to black. You can change it here or over in the shader editor. And then I'll press assign, and you can see it changes the color of those faces. So those faces are assigned to this material. So this outside edge here, if I press Alt left click on those, and then shift click on that extra one there, create a new material with the plus sign, new material, I'll call this iris, and I'll change it to a sort of bluey color. Then I'll press assign, and we can see that changes. So I can now go around selecting faces and assigning them with different colors, and that works reasonably nicely. So another thing I want to show you is how you can kind of do shading. So just for a moment, if I bring in some reference of anime eyes, you can see here that we've got a bit of shading on the top half of the eye where it's in shadow and the bottom half is slightly lighter. We've also got these highlights which are reflections of the light. So with that in mind, we could add that detail to our character. So come in with the knife tool, and I'm going to create just a bottom cut here, select those faces, and add them to the black pupil material. I'll cut around here with the knife tool. In fact, a quicker way, I'll undo that, is to select the edge loop going around there. So into edge mode with 2, Alt click those edges around there, and Control B to bevel. This will need a touch of tidy up though, so I'll go to 1 to go to vertex mode, GG to edge slide. Do make sure you've got the merge vertex option up there. And then select those edges and assign them to that black material. And already we're looking a little bit better. So we need to shade that top part. If I just select these faces here, I'll need a new material. But before I create one, I'll just press Control C here to copy this material. Create a new slot there and a new material here. And I'll call this Iris Dark. So I know that it's the shaded part of the iris, and Control V to paste in the color there, and it slots in. Click on that, make it a touch darker, and maybe a little bit more saturated. And then press Assign. So if we zoom out, we've got that sort of shading there. We can probably adapt the shape slightly, so I'll just grab this edge here and move it up, and maybe this one around, somewhere around there. And then we need some highlights. So with the knife tool, I'll just cut a section in here, face mode, and then give that the same as the white, so assign that to the white. I'll rename this white, just so I don't get confused, and maybe a smaller highlight down here. Okay, so we've got some very simple anime eyes just by using the knife tool and cutting things in. Some people have asked for details on how to make it blink. The better way would be to have a separate shape for the eye, and then you could easily have a bit on top that comes down and blinks. But perhaps if there's enough call for it, I'll put that into another section. Okay, so how about the skin? I'll press Ctrl A to deselect all, and then C to circle select and go around drawing in the skin. So I've got those areas for now. Add a new slot, add a new texture, call it skin, and let's find a suitable color. Now lots of people go very saturated around here, and then they think it's pinky color and around there, but it's actually quite low saturation really. It does depend on how exaggerated and cartoony you want to go though. So somewhere around there, and assign. Once it's on your character, you can see the real influence of that color, and that's far too pinky, so I'll come across to the yellow slightly more. Maybe a tiny bit more saturated, so towards the outside of the circle, and somewhere around there. Now you can have some shading here as well, so under the chin, we can go into face mode, Alt A and C to circle select and select those, and then have a new slot, a new material, and call this skin dark. Go back to the skin material, Control C, cross to the skin dark, Control V, and then just go in and make it a touch darker and a touch more saturated. And then remember to press assign. And then we've got some darker skin on the chin, and it would make sense on the nose here as well, so skin dark, assign. Okay, so that should give you enough detail to go through and be able to colour in your character. In the next section, I'll talk a bit about making clothing. Do comment with any thoughts you have or any ideas, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.